Yeah, one of our issues always is in the footprint that we have going from Terre Haute all the way out to Richmond and down to the river of Indiana on the southern part, is how do we get somebody to respond to all these locations? And knowing that Moore could respond to the footprint that we have with 139 parishes, a number of schools and agencies, totaling about 200 locations altogether, then we know that we're getting the right fit and the right thing. And before, what would happen is a local person would be called in, whether they were a friend of somebody or somebody knew them from the parish, and they would work on it. And we weren't getting the communication back and forth. And what's important with this relationship is when there is something going on, like a fire or a flood or any type of damage, we're in constant communication with Moore, knowing that what's happening on a daily basis and how it's going to be resolved.
When we had them to our facilities, one of the programs we showed them was St. John's Catholic Church downtown. It was a fire that happened back in, I think, 2014. It was a rather large fire where we redid the entire church. Another loss we had was St. Peter's in Brookville. They had a unique church in the fact that they had steeple damage years ago, and to fix it was difficult, so they wrapped it in vinyl siding. And actually it was metal siding, and over time the siding started coming down. So when Moore went out to examine what was going on, we actually developed a program for them that allowed us to restore their steeple back to what it looked like in original time. If they think they've had something, maybe it's storm damage or a water leak, is in calling us to come out and look at it and even tell them if it's an insurance claim, there's absolutely no cost to them to have us come and examine what's going on with their facility.
When we get a call and people ask about this program and they're concerned about it, they're saying, is this the right thing for me to do? And we say it is absolutely the right thing to do because we manage it well. And knowing the communication that we have with Moore, it works well. And when people ask, why should we go to Moore versus somebody that we know? It's because the relationship that we've built up and the constant communication that we have. The best thing to do is if you know who's working on your project, that's who you want to have there. And the fact that we can be assured of the response time and we can be assured of the quality of the product.
The partnership between Moore Restoration and the Archdiocese is really a blessing because, again, financially and with the physical reconstruction, there was nothing that us here at the school had to handle or had to handle by ourselves. We obviously are involved and we get to give our guidance and our wishes on the table, but there's nothing that falls solely on us, and we're not sitting there going, what do we do, where do we go? It was just so nice to have professionals that, and to know that the Archdiocese supports them, trusts them, and that because of the partnership, there's no deductible and we're off the hook financially, essentially, just really put our minds at ease about everything would be taken care of.
I think in terms of seeing some of the major floods that we've had and going in right after and seeing the cleanup and seeing the involvement of the management level of Moore being really interested in what's happening and how we're getting served, and then having constant meetings with us and asking for meetings with us and asking for feedback. I think that's a true partnership.